Why did we rush to sell our own property at a loss when we know that price will increase? It is not easy to know when is the best time to sell your property. In today's video, I'll be using our own property purchase to show a scenario where sometimes we should sell even with losses, and how this approach helped us make $1 million in a short 2 years. Hi, I'm Khai. Welcome back to my channel. During the end of 2020, at the height of the pandemic, we decided to quickly sell our condo, which is next to the upcoming Sungai Buloh MRT station with a slight loss, after factoring additional costs. The big difficulty in making a decision to sell is that the MRT station will be completed in a few years later in 2024. There is a new master plan for rejuvenation of the Upper East Coast area, and COVID is making people edgy about the property market. So, conventional wisdom is that if we wait a few years, the profit will come in. Many people will hold and wait until they see the economy improve after COVID and when the MRT station is operational to push up prices, which is the main reason we bought the property in the first place. And they will only sell when there is a profit that they feel comfortable with. However, my eyes are fixed on the big picture. From the data, I can see that the supply for the next few years will be very low, and demand will be consistent. So price will definitely increase. And there's very little risk as the downside is buffered by the series of cooling measures that only allow financially capable buyers to buy. So, we decided to sell one and buy two, to get more exposure to the property markets and gain from the impending upswing in the property market. This is not easy, as there are many naysayers warning that it's risky, and the economy will be bad, etc. At that time, many people, including some analysts, were saying that the moratorium on mortgage payment to help COVID difficulties will end in 2021. And with that, many will not be able to pay their mortgage, and there will be fire sales, and price will dip. Furthermore, the chart is showing that the price is dipping slightly since COVID started. But I firmly believe in my data and my method to get undervalued properties, and went ahead. We want to sell fast, but we still want to get a good price. So I do what I do best: dress up the place, stage it nicely. I got a buyer who can overlook the fact that it's in original condition, leaking ceiling, west sun, noisy road facing with bus stop, and occasionally noisy Chinese religious building across the road, and paid the highest recorded price for the condo. They can pay a good price because I helped them to really appreciate the place, and they could imagine the family having a good time living there. Why do we bother to spend money to do up the place when the buyer subsequently ripped out the entire house, dug up the floor tiles, and gutted the kitchen? Because we can get a very good price. It was even higher than the next unit sold. So, the additional effort to stage a place and sell the experience, even though the buyers are going to tear everything down, was definitely worthwhile. My selling price was only 20k above the purchase price. So including costs, we are selling at a loss. But we don't feel unhappy because we are very clear on what we want. And after selling, we quickly moved on to the next two purchases. Fast forward almost 2 years later, the value of the property that I sold went up by about 200k. Did I regret selling so early and miss out on the 200k of gain? No, because the two properties that we bought gained 1.077 million in total. There are 3 important lessons that we can learn from this case study. Number 1. Many owners think that they want to wait until there is a certain profit before selling. This is really a safe method if you do not really understand the market well. However, a more savvy way is to look at what you spend is already sunk cost. And we do not look at the past cost because it's already gone. We should set aside emotion, look forward and decide if we sell, do we have better options? Number 2. Do not get influenced by news or friends at coffee. There will always be naysayers, but once you know the right action which is based on the solid data, just do it. As Warren Buffett once said, the most important quality for an investor is temperament, not intellect. You need a temperament that neither derives great pleasure from being with the crowd or against the crowd. Number 3. Buying based on transformation that will take a long time to realize sometimes might not be the best option. As now with additional buyer stamp duty and loan restrictions, we often need to sell before buying. So the best way is to buy into a growth that will happen within the next 5 years, so that you will not be stuck with a stagnant property, which happened to me. Because within 5 years, things can quickly change. Like when your finances improve, your family grows, need more space, or you need to move near parents or children's school. So when you need to buy another property within the next 5 years, at least you are already sitting on good profit, and this profit will help with your next purchase, instead of needing to wait for another painful 5 to 10 years to get your profit. There are many factors that you should consider when deciding whether you should sell your property for better options with better profit potential. If you are unsure whether you should sell your property, you can like and subscribe to my channel to get more information like this to make you make informed and profitable decisions. Alternatively, you can get in touch and we can have a friendly chat over coffee. Once again, I'm Khai. See you soon.